Welcome back. Laurel Marie Hagner of Glassometry Studios is my guest today, and I want to talk to you about your studios. You put the studio in Hood River, the upper Hood River Valley, and we've talked about the beauty of the gorge and why it has so many ways to inspire artists. But what was your main reason for going in where you did?
Well, there aren't very many places to build what I build in Hood River to begin with.
And you're like light industrial or something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So all in all, there's literally just a handful of lots available in the area, in the whole county.
Really?
And so I was very fortunate to find the lot that I did, and it has a beautiful mountain view, and it's flat. So that's why I ended up there.
Now, and there's quite a bit of history behind the location that you're at, which I believe not only has in some ways worked to your advantage, but also presented some major challenges in the building process.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Well, the building is actually situated directly on top of the old sawmill foundation. So when we looked at making an offer on the property, then it became the diligence period, which was a lot of research. So there was a phase 1 and a phase 2 done, which is environmental studies, historical studies, and we really lucked out that the land was clean and I would be protected to go ahead and buy it. And then I also dug the whole lot up to find out what was in there before we did the building, because excavation costs, as many people know, are your biggest mystery and can be the biggest expense.
Sure.
So again, I lucked out with that we were able to kind of work around the footings and the slab, which is over 100 feet long.
So the slab that the mill used to sit on,
yeah,
was still there. And,
yeah, well,
the
and
footings and
I learned so much about it as well, because so much of the operations of the sawmill go on underneath the sawmill.
And you're going to have some really great things. Not only is this going to be open to the public, you're going to also be employing people, and you're going to be able to accommodate works of art up to like 22 feet. Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
So what would, give me a for instance, what would you be doing that would maybe be that large?
Well, a lot of outdoor public sculpture, the bigger the better, really.
Yeah.
The largest piece I've done at this time is about 18 feet.
Okay.
And so different cities, especially whenever a public building goes in, a lot of cities have instigated the Percent for Arts program or legislature. And so that means 1 to 3% of a multi-million or billion-dollar budget has to go towards art. So they then use that to put outdoor, landscaping and design in places that people can enjoy, being around the building or inside. They do paintings or special architectural features, and that's where we come into play.
Okay. How do you find out about those?
Oh gosh, there's actually lots of resources.
Yeah.
There's, just in Portland, there's the Regional Arts and Culture Council, and then there's the Oregon Arts Coalition. And every state has their own arts commission, and then there are national application kind of groups and agencies and things like that, and there's even a federal, arts commission. And so there's a lot of resources, and
okay.
It takes a lot of work to apply. A lot of times there's several hundred applicants, so sometimes it's better to just apply for private.
Yeah, and it's always considered like grant money? Is that
it's definitely, like right now we're doing a project for the Wilsonville Smart Transit Center, and that is, that's actually stimulus money. And so we're doing 2 glass and steel bus awnings,
really?
And they're all steel fabricated, and then they're wrapped in glass, and there's fused art glass trees that come up around the outside of it, and so the canopies will just kind of wrap in glass around the outside of the awnings, and so that's 1% for Arts
cool.
program. Yes, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it. What's your favorite thing about the new studio that you're going to be able to now do that maybe you couldn't in your former location?
Blow glass.
Blow glass.
Yeah.
Because you've got an enormous kiln, right?
Yes.
You can, for people who don't know anything about kilns, that's pretty much me, what is a large kiln?
Well, the kiln that I have is probably one of the 2 largest, maybe, in Oregon.
No kidding.
I think possibly, yeah. It's got an 8 by 12 foot working area.
So you're going to be in demand.
Well,
That's
possibly
the plan,
somehow,
right? Yeah.
right. But it allows us. It's basically what's called a bell kiln, and it has a very large upside down box in a way that's lined with elements and high temperature refractory on a gantry system, and so it lowers down over a 14 by 8 foot bed of high temperature bricks, and that also has elements in it, and you have controls and relays and lots of power. But right now we're doing the fused panels for the bus awning and that, and then we can also do cast glass counters or do crazy sculptural slumped forms or castings that are large scale.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Well, Laurel, we're out of time. It goes so quick, I know, and there's so much to talk about. So, Laurel, thanks again for coming on. It was really a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure having you. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time. John Compton here saying thanks again for watching. And remember, if you've got a guest idea, let us know. Just visit localite.com.